Here's the truth about those students who are able to get 95 plus ATAR and really high study scores in almost all of their subjects, and it might not be what you're expecting. So there's a common stereotype of those students just living in the library, doing work 24/7, doing 8 hours of study per day and then taking no breaks, studying while eating lunch, listening to the teacher 24/7. But in truth, the students that are able to get these really high study scores almost has no correlation with the amount of time they study. So obviously they do need to study. It's not like they come out naturally talented, able to do anything. But what's way more important than the amount of time you study is how you study. Now, I'm sure everyone says this. I'm probably a broken record here, but it's so important that you're actually studying efficiently. And when I say efficiently, it doesn't mean optimizing every little thing. It means doing something that is actually pushing you forward. And that is something I notice so often. Students get trapped in this cycle of doing tasks that are almost just busy work and don't actually get you much value. Tasks like mindlessly writing notes or reading the textbook without thinking or highlighting points in the textbook. These tasks are almost tricking yourself that you're studying when you're actually not. As I say time and time again, active recall, active recall, active recall. You obviously need to look through the content at least once. But after that, it's so important that you start doing practice questions. Practice questions are absolutely crucial. And not only just doing questions, because a lot of students are able to do a lot of questions, but it's also the mindset when you correct them. You can't just get a question wrong and be like, oh well, next question time. Because then you're equivalently doing nothing. You might as well just go do a worksheet of 1 plus 1 100 times. Because it's the mistakes you make that actually let you get better. It's about thinking about that mistake, figuring out why, and redoing the question. A super easy strategy is to just, whenever you get a question wrong, write it down on a separate sheet of paper. Once you finish the exam, do those questions that you got wrong again after you learned the answer. You might think, isn't that such a waste of time? Why am I doing these questions again? But if you got it wrong the first time and you're still unable to do it the second time, that means you haven't learned how to do it. So you go and learn it again. And once you've got a huge list of questions that you've gone wrong, a few days later or a few weeks later, do them again. Because this is where you upgrade your skill. This is where you actually learn the content and not just constantly spamming information into your brain that you're not actually retaining.